Welcome back to the Knowledgeable Programmer channel. Here we are going through a series of an Express course in Codecademy with my good friend Lloyd. If you haven't seen the previous videos, please go back to the channel and check them out. We are doing now a custom implementation of an Express server using the CRUD API, and this is what we're working with from the last part, and we are going to do some improvements so our task should pass. I think my suggestion would be to be more safe, and it's to first check if the ID has an index in the array, like if that ID exists. So we can check with the helper function called get index by ID. So
and the index by ID, that is expecting the ID in the array. So we've already got the ID.
Yeah, just animal ID. We can pass that.
And then we just pass the animals array. And if that is not equal to -1.
Yeah, if that is not equal to -1, then we can do the update animal. You should move the line 36 to inside the if statement.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's run a couple of tests. Make sure the server's not running. Clear that out. And try it out.
Remember to hit animals first.
Yeah, animals. Update. So what have we got? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's update the second one. And
we're gonna name it Racer.
Racer.
Like the racer logo. with C with
We'll fire that off. And now we should be able to go back to the get and fire off the refresh. And then we should be able to get all the animals by clicking the get method and send the request.
Hover over 2. Click it. Can you click it?
No, I think we're going to have to go up to the browser. So I'll just grab the route, which is this, and then I'll just put that there, and then I'll just take away them, and that should get all of them.
Yeah, so we didn't change it. So let's modify.
Okay.
So instead, when you did the update, you did not pass the emoji, so it failed.
All right. Okay. Okay. So it says here, well, that we've got some errors.
Can you move the error a little?
The terminal, yeah. Update element must be called with a valid ID parameter.
Okay, so let's go check back the
update element function.
Yes.
Okay. So there's the update element function. The animal ID is coming from the request.params.id.
Yeah, so maybe don't cast it to number because.
Okay. So that might need closing down now. And you can type clear to clear the terminal. And let's fire this off. Okay, so we've got the error. Okay, so now we've got a different error. Oh,
This, Oh, you're calling it twice.
Oh, yes. Gosh darn it. Yeah. Well spotted.
Yeah,
Well spotted. So,
maybe someone was screaming like, "Oh, it's doubled," but yeah,
yeah.
this is one of the good things about pair programming because sometimes what you cannot see, your partner can
Mm.
see.
Okay, so the server's back down again. Let's just grab the server back up, refresh this. We're going to go to
Click
the
on
update.
animal.
We'll fetch them all first. Yeah, there they are. Let's update the first one. So the ID probably
One,
going to be 1. Yeah, and we'll call it Jimmy. We
and
shouldn't have to pass an emoji.
yeah, you have to because it's a put request.
Right. Okay, so we send a request, come down, and then just make a get request for all of them. And then refresh. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
So
Okay.
now let's work on the post.
Yeah. So we'll come down here, close some of these up so it don't get confusing. Okay, so we're going to say app.post, yeah, and that's going to take a route of animals.
Yes, without any other parameters. Yeah, any other slash or anything. And
Yeah.
it's actually animals, Lloyd. It's not animal. It's with the S.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So const, let's say new animal is going to be equal to rec.query.
Yeah.
Which is strange because usually it comes in on the rec.bar. Remember, we had this just a minute ago. Like when you make a post request, usually you're looking for the rec.body.
Yeah, but the way that Codecademy set it up, it's actually in the query object, the data.
Yeah. So we should have a helper function for this too.
Create element.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get the animal. And this function is expecting
Oh, it's actually expecting which type it is first. So it's animals and then the query.
so the first argument is the animals. And the second argument is the rec.query. Yeah. So basically I can say that if this is true, because just to give a bit of context, when this function runs, it's checking that the person has basically the shape of the object's correct. Well, is that right?
It's checking that the parameter has the correct name and emoji, and it's adding a valid ID number or ID property, I should say.
Yeah. Well, if that is true, then I want to first of all take the animals array and push the animal.
Yes, the created animal.
And then also I need to do the res.send, and I'm going to send the whole array back or just the animal.
Created animal. Create animal, sorry.
Yeah.
I believe there is a status code for created. So maybe go down to expressions post and see the correct status code.
There's the put. There's the post. Yeah, there, look. So
201.
it's expecting a 201.
And else we can say that invalid object.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Res dot status 400. Dot send. Okay, so let's test it out.
If you have to put this dot send, you have to put a message. Or if you don't want to put the message, you just use res.send status and send the 400.
Right. Res dot.
Yeah, now you would need the send status.
Yeah. Okay. So let's cancel this down. Okay. Server's up and running. Give it a bit of a refresh.
Click animals.
So we'll get them all first. Okay, so yeah, I need to get the animals. Yeah. So I'm going to create one. And I'll give it the ID of 4.
No, you don't have to use the ID. You just have to pass a name and an emoji.
Okay, so the name can be Bobby. And I'll put the emoji as a panda bear, Bobby the bear. I'll fire off the request. We get the 200. So now we're looking for Bobby the bear now when I send the get request and refresh. And we get in Bobby the bear. So we know the code's working. So now is it going to pass the strict tests? And it did.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
That's refreshing. Get it on the first try. It happens occasionally, but yeah, it's a win when it happens. It feels so good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so finally, then we're going to come down here to the app.delete.
Yeah.
This is going to take a
slash animals. Yeah.
Slash :ID. And we have the callback function. We haven't actually used this next one yet. Well, I'm not sure it does. Maybe it's coming up in the next course.
Yeah, it will come up later. I'm sure of it.
Okay. So again, we can call the helper function, which is the get element by ID.
Maybe we need to check the index first.
Okay. Check the index first.
Yeah, check if the ID has a valid index, meaning it's inside of the array.
So I'm looking for the annual index.
Yes, you want to see if that is not equal to -1. Yeah, so animal index. Yeah.
But I have to get the ID though, right?
We can put the index. We could put the animal ID, but it's just going to be request that params that ID.
Yeah.
So we can pass that as is to the index. But if you want to put it, let's make all the extra steps. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we need to check that this is in the array.
Yes, we would need to create a variable called found, maybe.
Yeah.
And set it equal to get index by ID and pass it the ID and and the valid array, which is the animals.
Yeah.
And then if that is, we can check if found is not equal to -1. And we can do, yes. No, actually found. You need to pass found because it's the index. Maybe rename it to index. So it's a little more clear.
Yeah.
And I think this will have a status code of 204, if I'm not mistaken. And just to rest that send status or send the ID. Send the ID. Yeah. Animal ID. Else we throw a 404 because we didn't found it.
Just give it a refresh. Yeah, so let's delete the doggy. So we're gonna go to delete the ID of 1. And basically that's all it wants, isn't it? It's the ID. So now we should fire at that, and then we get the no content. We refresh it. Doggy's gone.
Yeah.
We check the work.
It's correct.
Okay, so that's it.
This is a wrap up. This is basically what we did here was in this series so far has been to create the different routes that you can use with Express and implement the CRUD functionality inside of those routes so that we can update, delete, create, and read. So this has been a very fun exercise up till now. Stay tuned for more episodes coming up. And please just like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you get the next one. And like you see, we still have a couple of sections coming up in the course. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Codecademy. I just use it because I think it's a great learning resource. And if you're interested and like what you have seen, then you should maybe take a look at Codecademy and use it yourself. Thank you, and thanks for watching.